AFC champions. It is caught by Kelsey, and the Chiefs have won in overtime. And the kick is no good! Kansas City is going to the AFC championship. He throws it up for grabs, and the pass is incomplete. The Chiefs win the AFC championship.
Every time I go up against Josh, I know that it's going to come down to the end, just because of the competitor that he is and the player that he is.
The strike into the end zone, Gabriel Davis, touchdown Buffalo.
I'm going to do anything and everything that I can do to help this team win the football game.
This is this generation's big boy quarterback matchup.
Hopefully we're making those memories for other little kids that are growing up watching football.
Touchdown!
They asked for it, and they got what they asked for.
Wanted a heavyweight fight, you got it today.
Same thing every week. Start humble, hungry, putting in the work, and then you come out here with a damn attitude.
Now taken off, gonna run for it, he got it, and there he goes, inside the 10, the 5, oh, the play of the year in the NFL.
Here they go again, the best rivalry of this time.
Oh my God, inject this matchup into my veins. It is all going down on CBS on Sunday. Tony Romo is going to be on the call, and Tony's joining us here on HQ. Tony, thanks so much for joining us to talk about this. The storylines write themselves, and we've seen some epic battles between these two quarterbacks, right? You've seen them, you've been on the call. What are your expectations for this time around?
Well, I think the expectations are the same as they, basically have been. Feels like for a decade, but it's probably the top rivalry we'll have in sports. And, we're so excited here at CBS because we've been telling the story for so long. And I'm excited. And you've got two arguably of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League and two of the best quarterbacks ever. And so this is a big one because it's been a little bit of a different start to the year for both these teams. But, at the end of the year, both these teams are going to have something to say about who's coming through the AFC.
And you mentioned it, Tony. Both of these teams are certainly in a little bit of a different position than we're used to seeing. It's the 10th matchup between these two quarterbacks, but it's the first time that both of them are looking up in terms of the division, right? So how much more meaningful does it make this matchup since that is the case?
No, you're exactly right. You said it. I mean, this is shocking to, some people starting the year. I mean, who would have predicted that the Colts are leading the AFC? The Patriots, the Broncos, Steelers, and way down there is the Bills and the Chiefs. And I think there's real consequences, I call it, to this game. Whether the Bills or Chiefs, whoever loses this game is going to be fighting an uphill battle. And you've got two of the best quarterbacks in the world. But I think that if the Chiefs get to 4 losses, it is going to be a tough road to get that home field advantage. There's only one team that gets a bye. So this will be real interesting to see how this plays out. And the Bills, they already lost to the Patriots. So now that gets a 2-game lead all of a sudden very quickly. So we weren't expecting it, but we're here. So I think this game has a lot of merit as far as the consequences to the team who loses.
Yeah, and if we talk about the Chiefs side of things, because this is certainly a different version than we saw to start the season, right? The Chiefs, since starting 0-2, they're 5-1, and they're averaging about 30 points per game. They get Xavier Worthy back in week 4, and then Rashee Rice. Since all of that has happened, it feels like this offense has just really been clicking. So how dangerous is this version of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Extremely dangerous. You just said it perfectly. We needed to see it, but they've shown it. And right now they're almost playing like December football when they turn it on. And you have to expect some lulls. When you go to as many championship games and Super Bowls as they have, this is going to happen at some point where complacency can set in. But they also weren't at full strength. And now all of a sudden they are, and you're seeing them systematically just take apart their opponents where it feels like, the Chiefs, they're going to win. And I think this will be an interesting game to see if they can do that against Buffalo, who's also been another standard in the AFC.
And you know what? The Chiefs, we always talk about it. Don't count them out, right? No matter how we see them start the season, right? Whether it's 0-2, whatever it is. And then there's also a narrative that we always talk about with the Bills, right? How do they get over the hump? How do they get to the Super Bowl? Their Super Bowl window, all those things, right? Because the Chiefs have won the last 4 playoff meetings. For the Bills, it's the last 4 regular season meetings. So how does Josh Allen and the Bills turn that success into postseason success?
It's a great question, and it's really difficult. I think so much of it is internal. It's your mental, intestinal fortitude in some ways, because the more you lose to a team, the tougher it actually gets. It's not like, oh, we're going to get back to the mean here any minute. It's actually harder on Josh Allen in some ways to get over the hump, because here we go again, and now you stress and you all of a sudden put all this pressure on yourself. And to me, I think he's done a really good job of just trying to stay focused one game at a time, one play at a time. But Patrick Mahomes is real. He's a real person who's really hard to beat. And so you have to, do things at a very high level, but you got to get rid of that in your brain and just be you. I mean, they were so close last year. If you think about it, when they got back in it, in that championship game, they ran the ball to start the second half. And you see James Cook could be the difference maker. I think I would lean on him a little bit. We know Josh Allen can actually turn into Superman. Patrick Mahomes has been Superman for a long time. So you're going to have to beat him. And that's really hard to do because he's that special. But, I mean, this is the most exciting week of the year in the regular season, and I think it'll be the same thing if they meet in the playoffs.
Seriously, it's Superman against Superman, right? Tony, we certainly appreciate it. Previewing this matchup, enjoy the game. We're expecting fireworks, and you get a front row seat to all of that, my friend. We're super excited.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me on.
All right, and it's all going down Sunday, 4:25 Eastern time. But hey, by the way, our NFL Today crew hitting the road. They're going back to Buffalo. The show is going to be live from Highmark Stadium starting at noon Eastern. So if you're out there, make sure you swing by and say hello to our NFL Today crew.